Imagine if every TV in your neighborhood could become a full-powered computer for less than the cost of dinner for two. Sounds impossible? Well, India's richest man just made it reality with a $64 device that's about to flip the script on global computing forever. Here's the challenge that sparked this innovation. In India, 70% of households have TVs, but only 15% own computers. That's nearly a billion people with screens but no way to access the full digital world. Meanwhile, 250 million Indians are still stuck on 2G networks watching as cities leap toward 5G. Enter Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance Industries, who looked at this massive gap and asked a brilliant question: what if we could turn every TV into a computer? The answer is Jio PC, and it's not just about technology, it's about fundamentally reimagining how computing power gets distributed. Here's how Jio PC works and why it's so clever. Instead of buying a $500 computer that sits in your house, you get a $64 set-top box that connects to computers living in the cloud. We're talking 4 virtual CPUs running at 2.45 GHz, 8 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of storage. Specs that would cost you hundreds of dollars in traditional hardware. The setup is beautifully simple. Plug the Jio PC box into your TV, connect a keyboard and mouse via USB or Bluetooth, open the app, and boom, your television becomes a full Ubuntu Linux desktop. It's like having a computer technician shrink an entire PC and beam it through your internet connection. But here's the genius part: traditional computers break down, become obsolete, and require expensive repairs. Jio PC eliminates all of that. Your computer lives in a data center where professionals maintain it, update it, and keep it secure. You get all the power, none of the headaches. Think about the implications. A farmer in rural India can now access the same computing power as someone in Mumbai. A small business owner doesn't need to choose between buying inventory or buying computers. Students can have access to digital tools that were previously out of reach. Now, it's not perfect yet. You can't connect cameras or printers directly, and you're using LibreOffice instead of Microsoft Office, though you can access web versions through the browser. But remember, this is version 1 of something that could reshape how the world thinks about computing access. This connects to a massive shift happening globally. Virtual desktop infrastructure is exploding, with businesses seeing up to 171% return on investment and 30% reduction in capital expenditure. What Jio is doing is taking enterprise-level cloud computing and making it accessible to everyone. The timing is perfect. Microsoft has Azure Virtual Desktop, Amazon has Workspaces, but they're targeting businesses. Jio is targeting the next billion computer users, people who were priced out of traditional computing but desperately need digital access for education, work, and opportunity. This fits into India's broader Digital India program, but with a twist. Instead of waiting for everyone to afford personal computers, Jio PC leapfrogs that entire step. It's like how many developing countries skipped landline phones and went straight to mobile. Except this time, we're skipping personal computer ownership and going straight to cloud computing. The bigger lesson here is about innovative distribution. When you can't make the product cheaper, you change how the product gets delivered. Jio PC doesn't make computers cheaper. It makes computing power accessible through existing infrastructure that people already have, TVs and internet connections. Jio PC is currently available as a free trial by waitlist, which means Jio is still testing and refining the service. But the implications are staggering. If this works, it could influence how computing gets distributed globally. If you're fascinated by how technology can solve real-world problems at massive scale, hit that subscribe button. I cover stories like this where innovation meets impact. And here's my question for you. What other expensive technology could be transformed through cloud delivery? Could we do this with gaming, with professional software, with AI tools? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's brainstorm the next computing revolution together.